This week on Sound Advice with audiologist Doug Leonard from ASI, Audiological Services of Iowa, we want to talk about the importance of having a good relationship with your audiologist. If you are having hearing issues, you just can't rely on everybody. You want somebody that you trust, that you can go to. And Doug, I believe you fill that bill nicely for a lot of folks because you don't see them as patients. You see them as people that you're trying to help with an issue.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to say it, John, and I appreciate that. I mean, that is really what we do, as a provider, as an audiologist, and that's kind of what you want with any professional that you're working with, whether it's your accountant, whether it's your primary care provider, your optometrist, or your audiologist. You want to trust that person. You want to trust their recommendations. They've got your health in their hands, or your financial wherewithal, or if you have an attorney that you trust, whatever. It's really important to develop that relationship because sometimes both sides have to share different things that can be uncomfortable for the other. Sometimes I have patients who come in who are maybe struggling a little bit. They're having more difficulty with their hearing, and they're heard about some brand new hearing aid and they wonder if that's right for them. And you have to explain to them that really it's not about that particular hearing aid. It's just the fact that they have a degree of hearing loss we can't do anything about anymore, or vice versa. They have issues that need help, and they want to share those with me and not feel judged about it.
It all comes down to honesty too. They've got to tell you exactly what's going on for you to really be as effective as you can be in helping them, and that's a two-way street.
It is. It's hard for some people to share things. There are people who are closed books and there are people who are open books. I wear my emotions on my sleeve. I think my patients realize that. And, if they're struggling with something, they do have to share that with us and let us know. Even for the first time we meet people, we need to know what their challenges are because of their hearing loss, what they want help with. And there's no better example to me of our relationships that I have with patients than, recently I had the tragedy of losing my wife. And I had so many patients who reached out that read about it. I live in Atlantic, and so, I think it was maybe in the obituaries up here, and people had read about it and reached out to me, wrote cards, just an amazing outpouring of support that I received from my patients. And that meant so much to me and my family. And, that's what having a good practice and having good relationships with the patients is all about.
Yeah, and when you're in the situation of needing help, you need to trust someone, and that's where you come in too. So if they're looking to improve their hearing, they can trust you. I mean, you build that relationship with those folks. So it all begins with a hearing screening, Doug, and that actually begins before that with a conversation. So
yes,
it's a process for you. But what's the number here in case anybody wants to set up an appointment to come talk to you and start building that relationship with ASI?
Yeah, we'd love to meet them and find out what we can do for them. The number here in Carroll is 792-5933.
Give them a call. Again, they're absolutely happy to talk to anybody and start discussing how they can help you and make your life better at ASI, Audiological Services of Iowa.